says Gas Buddy. The Bakersfield Police Force will have a new member very soon, and that is a mechanical one. A robotic dog that is made to sniff out drugs. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Mr. Flores, time is up. Thank you very much.
I had 3 more seconds and I had the whole thing. I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. Here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can download the Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us on all of your summer vacations. Plus, we're also streaming live on YouTube. That's right, I'm live today on YouTube, at least for the first hour anyways. But head over there right now, subscribe to the channel. Just look up Kern Radio, hit that notification bell, and you can watch us from the Kern Radio studios. They are powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It is Adaptive Networks. And welcome to the JR Show. Yes, I am live back in studio after taking the last 2 days off. I was up in the Bay Area. I'll tell you about my trip up there in just a little bit. But we do have a great show for you lined up today, at least the first hour anyways. And then I got to take care of some things, and we're going to play some best of stuff that you guys can listen to. But I at least wanted to come on today because there's plenty to discuss, whether it was last night's Bakersfield City Council meeting in which they discussed many things from immigration to the new robot that they purchased. And then we'll also talk about, while I was gone, they did the state of the city as well. I'll tell you what went on, and I'll give you my own little state of the city of Bakersfield as well. And then we'll also discuss Zack Scrivner was back in court this morning, and at least what his attorney says, a final decision has been made on the appeal from the Attorney General's office. I'll tell you what was said in and out of court today. And there was one other thing. Where's my notepad? The City Council states Zack Scrivner. There was something else, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. And then a bunch of other city things going on, stuff in courts, things happen around in and around town. Another establishment is set on, or attempted to be set on fire. A tree downtown about to be torn down because it was set on fire. And a new neighbor for the folks in Stockdale Estates that is causing a problem. I will explain on top of that. I am again by myself today. Chris Burdick still on vacation. He has taken the whole week. He's out at the coast. I doubt he's listening, but if he is, hi, Chris. No, I spoke with Chris. Well, it's crazy. I was up in Oakland over the past the last 2 days, or in the Bay Area. Chris is on the coast. Ralph's here by himself. I'll just say that. And so both Chris and I not only got phone calls, but he also had to call me. And then, so yeah, but he's having a great time. And then I'll be on the rest of this week. And then I will be on vacation starting next Monday, in which I'll have some guest hosts filling in for me. So the show will still be live. Kathy Abernathy will fill in for a day. We got Clayton Campbell lined up and a couple of other guest hosts, surprise guest hosts that are going to fill in for me while I'm gone. So as this week ends, I'll let you in on a little bit more about who you can expect to hear hosting this show next week. And then I'll be back after that. And maybe I'll take another day or two off before my daughter. It's crazy. Parents, do you guys feel me out there? Summer's already halfway, if not a little more than halfway over. I thought we just started June. This is already halfway through July. And like I said, this will be next couple of weeks anyways will go by fast. We just did the trip to Oakland yesterday, or we left Tuesday morning, and we went up to watch a Forrest Frank concert. For those not familiar with Forrest Frank, he's a Christian artist that all the kids love. If you have a kid that's I wouldn't even say my age, younger. I saw kids there that were all ages, and of course, obviously, older adults, parents, but all especially a lot of the younger generation really like Forrest Frank. My daughter is a big fan of Forrest Frank, so I had originally bought these tickets for her for Christmas, and she had to wait 7 months to go up there. And but we had a great time. The trip up there, I, I didn't get a speeding ticket. I'll just say that. But I made it to Oakland anyways because the concert was at the O.co Arena where the Golden State Warriors used to play, right next door to the Oakland Coliseum where the Raiders and A's used to play. That just make me go, how bad is it? Okay, it's one thing if Golden State leaves, the A's leave, but if the Raiders leave, y'all got problems. All the sports franchises have left out of Oakland, but the concert was in Oakland, and we were staying actually in downtown Oakland. I had a bunch of points that I had saved up. You guys remember when the construction was going on at Casa de Flores, and we were staying at the Hampton across the street from here, across the street from the studios. And I had racked up a bunch of points, even though my landlord was paying for the rooms. Had the account, so I was racking up the Hampton points, the Hilton points, and I found a Hampton in downtown Berkeley. Or downtown Oakland. I got a really good deal on it. So we stayed in downtown Oakland, but we got it there. I got it there in I think 3 hours and 45 minutes maybe. And I thought it was further than Vegas. I thought it was going to take me longer, and it was about the same travel time to there to Vegas. So that worked out. The trip up there was smooth, no traffic, great. And then we got to the venue a little bit early, so then we went and checked in the room early. And downtown Oakland, I guess maybe because I've become desensitized so much to downtown Bakersfield and Old Town Kern, because I frequent those places. Some of my favorite establishments are in those places, whether it's 24th Street Cafe or Casey's Steakhouse in the Stockyard, or whether it's Luigi's or Arizona Cafe or even Pyrenees from time to time. Just from being in those areas, I guess, I don't know if I've become desensitized, but when I pulled up into downtown Oakland, and I'm off of like Broadway and 11th, I didn't feel like I was in a foreign place. I felt like it was downtown Bakersfield. Not to say that it was clean or it was, didn't have homeless people or trash everywhere or crazies yelling at themselves. Literally, a lady walked by. He was yelling at herself about how she needed to be quiet, and that's why she's crazy. But it's not different from the stuff that I was seeing here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, have we gotten as bad as Oakland? That I can come to Oakland and go, it's actually not that well. I had to stop myself because it's bad, but I guess I'm just used to it. And so it was fine. It was great. The hotel was very nice. It was just like the one across the street here, and I had the free waffles that I loved so much for 3.5 weeks that I had to get them again. And but then we made our way to the venue, and it was 3, and the gates for parking opened at 3. We got in a little bit after that, but then the doors to get in the venue weren't open until 5:30. And my daughter is cool with, because we have the general admission floor. So we got there, and she's like, we're just going to stake out. And there was a couple of people in line. She actually made a friend, a girl that I think was 7, 8 years old, that we ended up hanging out with in the line. And then not only that, but once we were inside the concert, got to hang out with them. And that's the great thing about at least the Christian concerts that I attend, is that it's always the people we meet there. We end up just having a great time. She makes new friends, and it's a great experience. I'm so glad that she gets to to have those memories that, and we even exchanged numbers and social media and stuff with at least myself and the other dad. And so just in case they wanted to stay connected somehow, because we felt like they had really bonded, at least over the, I guess, 4.5, 5 hours that we hung out with them at the concert. But it was great show, great energy, great worship, great just watching my daughter jumping around for Jesus. I really can't be mad about that. So it was a great time. And then the next day, we drove into San Francisco, which again, I didn't walk through some of the really bad, I guess, places in Frisco, or maybe I'm just used to it, and it doesn't. It's like, okay, there's some homeless people. There's the crazy person. There's, and so we got down. We hung out at Fisherman's Wharf. We came across the Bay Bridge. And I was asking her, "You cool? Is it cool? You're not scared? No, it's cool. Look at down, yeah. Look at San Francisco. Look at there's Alcatraz. Oh yeah, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge over there. Yeah. Well, on the way back, we go on the bottom though, babe. It's a 2-level thing, and we drive underneath on the way back." She's like, "Oh, that's cool." And it wasn't until we got into Frisco, and she looked back up at the Bay Bridge, and she's like, "Wait a second, that's the bridge I was on up there." And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, it's kind of high, Dad." I was like, "I know." Like, it gives you a little bit different perspective, huh? You didn't realize we were up that high, did you? No, I did not. So, well, you made it, kid. And don't worry, again, on the way back, we got to drive on the bottom part of it. And she's like, "Oh, okay." And then we hung out at Fisherman's Wharf, and she got to see the sea lions. That's all she's like, "I just want to go see these crazy sea lions." I was like, "Let's go do it." And so we watched them. And I could have sat there and watched them for a little bit longer, but we stood there for at least 10, 15 minutes watching the sea lions interact with each other. Not whether they were laying on top of each other. There was one older one, you could tell he was older, kind of laying in the corner, and then there was a bunch piled up behind him. But every time one would jump up next to him, he'd just start yelling, "Ah!" And it was like, "Yeah, he's the old man. Don't disturb the old man on the block. Get off my lawn, kid. Back up. I'm trying to get a nap here." And but we laughed and had a great time just watching those guys, the sea lions, go at it, and and so and then we just hung out, walked around down there, and then we took a gondola ride. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with San Francisco. We took a gondola ride up to. They have a park that is on I can't remember what street, Mission, I believe, and Fremont, somewhere around there, and it's on the fourth. It's up 4 stories. This park is elevated 4 stories up, and it's about 4 city blocks long. And you can either take elevators up. We were just the transportation system in there. We had walked into one of the hubs because we needed to use the restroom. We were like, "There's a restroom in here." And he was like, "Yeah, 4th floor." And that just so happened to be where the park is. And so we took the elevator up originally and got out, used the bathroom. But we noticed that even like on the 2nd floor, there's buses. Like, how do the buses get on the 2nd level of this? Crazy. And I hated driving around San Francisco. Hated it. There's nowhere to park. I don't know where the garages are at. I don't know. It was just people are walking everywhere. It's a mess. Traffic, just congestion. I love the city, but man, I hate traffic. I hate traffic. And I hate not knowing so much where I'm at and going, "Oh, okay, I know there's a parking garage over here I can duck into, or I know that there's street parking on this side, or I know that this isn't a one-way." Oh my gosh. But I love the city. But this park, finally we got in, you ride a gondola up to it. And it's just beautiful. It's like I said, up on the 4th floor. It's connected to a couple of buildings where they can walk out of their 4th floor onto the park level, I guess you would say. And there's grass up there. They've brought in a bunch of older trees, so there's grown mature trees. There's bamboo garden up there. They've all sorts of different sorts of plants and botanicals up there. It's like, what is going on? They got a little rope course thing that my daughter was climbing on. But it was really nice space that I didn't even know existed. But the gondola ride up was pretty cool. And then we just kind of hung out in San Francisco for the day, walked around a little bit, took in the city, was like, all right, and then drove home. Traffic wasn't too bad, and got home by sunset, and had a nice, fine trip. I hear all these stories out of how terrible San Francisco has gotten, how dirty, and I don't know if just not the area that I was going into wasn't as bad as I expected, or I am just it looked like it was downtown, maybe Baker, maybe, you know what I mean? If you go down Baker Street over in Old Town Kern, between like what would that be? Truxton, and just go north, and you'll kind of get an idea. And that's why I'm like, it's terrible that I'm like, it's not that bad, because it's still a mess. It's still very much a mess. But I guess even I have gotten used to it. So that was our. We had a great time. She had, like I said, enjoyed it. Made some great memories and even new friends. And so it was great to be off for the last 2 days, get up and get some fresh air. But it's nice to be back home. It's always to be back home. And so I'll be here for the next couple of days, and then I'll be gone again. Then I'll go back on vacation. But yeah, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back. I'll talk about Zack Scrivner being back in court this morning. I'll tell you for what and what was said. We'll also discuss last night's city council meeting, in which they talked about immigration or becoming a sanctuary city. And they also discussed hiring new robots or purchasing a new robot. I'll tell you what kind and what they plan on using it for. And they also, while I was gone, did the state of the city. And we'll break that down and what is being discussed there. And I'll give you my own little state of the city as well. I'm all by myself, no Chris Burdick, but you guys can still chime in. I can take phone calls. I'm in the producer's room today, 661-842-5376. You can also text in if you'd like at that same number, 661-842-KERN. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. Maxwell in the morning. Good till the last mic drop.
A educational conversation between J.D. Vance and Bill Maher. This is the opportunity. This is the door that's been opened. You got 13 members now of the Democrat Party that's saying, hey, we like capitalism. And this is the opportunity for other Democrats that agree with Bill Maher that let's take our party back and let's get off this road to socialism.
Weekdays 9 to noon, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Hey, it's that man again, Ralph Bailey for Sangera Subaru. You know, the world's biggest tournament is in full swing. In the summer, Sangera Subaru is bringing all the excitement home. So they're kicking it off right now in July with some incredible offers on new Subarus. Right now, lease a 2026 Outback Cream CVT for $229 a month for 36 months and $5,017 due at signing. Plus, every Subaru comes standard with symmetrical all-wheel drive. So don't miss your chance to drive something brand new during soccer's biggest event of the summer, going on right now at Sangera Subaru. Stop by, see my good friends Damon and Hassan, and test drive a brand new Subaru. Sangera Subaru, paving the way for a better community. 5500 Gasoline Alley Drive in the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
2026 Subaru Outback Premium CVT with TSRP $37,287, $229 per month plus tax for 36 months. Total of lease payments $8,869, $5,017 total due at lease signing. Includes first month payment, excludes tax, title, license, and $85 document fee. Total lease costs $13,886, excluding tax and fees. No security deposit. Lease based on 7,500 miles per year, 57 mile over. Available to qualified customers through Subaru Motor Finance. On approved credit, expired July 31st, 2026. Excludes optional command dealer installed accessories. VIN number TY514370.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on
but you should have just came to Frisco with me, D-boy.
Embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build
Yes,
your
they do.
foundation with gold. Text the word secure to the number 989898. Text secure to 989898.
Before you hit the road for the holidays, make sure your car is ready for the journey. Kern Oil Change keeps your engine running smooth and your family safe. No appointments needed. Just drive in and their fast, friendly team will get you back on the road in minutes. Don't wait till you're stuck on the side of the road. Stop by Kern Oil Change today and travel with confidence this holiday season. Kern Oil Change has 2 locations to serve you: 3706 Coffee Road and 5651 Auburn Street. Kern Oil Change is open 7 days a week. Follow us on Instagram for additional savings.
We all start as tiny seeds, needing care, love, and a little sunlight. Then boom, we sprout, stretch, and grow through the world of childhood and teen years. Before you know it, we're blooming, working, parenting, thriving. And yes, even golden petals can shine bright. Join Kern County Public Health and thrive like a poppy. Visit KernPublicHealth.com to learn more.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. A little bit of Forrest Frank to bring us back. That's the concert we went to Tuesday night. It was Tuesday night in the Bay Area. Had a great time with my daughter, and I always do. She's my new little concert buddy. She loves live music just as much as I do, and so she's become my concert partner. And I've dragged her probably to at least one that I can think of concert. And it wasn't a terrible concert. It was still a Christian artist. It's just one she wasn't too fond of. But I've dragged her probably to at least one that she didn't enjoy, and she's probably dragged me to at least one or two that I, not to say I didn't enjoy them, but it's not my music. But watching her have fun at those things is always a blessing. So if you guys get a chance to do things with the kids, get out and do them. Don't be like Zack Scrivner. You guys know what I'm talking about. The former Kern County Supervisor was back in court this morning and learned a couple of things. For those not familiar with the case, I always have to, I guess, begin with what happened for those that aren't familiar with it. I assume 90% of you, if not all of you, know whenever I say Zack Scrivner, who I'm talking about, the former Kern County Supervisor that, according to court papers, at home one night took some mushrooms and climbed into bed with his young daughter, and again, according to court papers, assaulted her. Now he went to court, or never went to jail. The state had to end up taking the case because his aunt just happens to be the district attorney, and so he was, and the big issue with the case is that, or at least became an issue in the state, is that he was able to apply for mental health diversion, in which he was granted it, and is now having to go through what we learned his son had said was the things that he was already doing. He was already seeing a psychiatrist twice a week. He was already taking the medications. He was already doing all these things when this happened the first time. It didn't prevent it from happening. How is it supposed to now? And so he was allowed to do that. And there's been laws passed up in Sacramento now, whether it was Shannon Groves or Jasmeet Baines. And I believe there was another Democrat that got their stuff passed. And the governor actually signed it into law, where they closed some of the loopholes about who can actually apply for mental health diversion. The thing is with this case, he wasn't charged properly. Some of those things were already in place for a case like this not to happen. It's not that was the problem. It's that he wasn't even charged properly. Had he been charged with the sexual crime, he would have never been able to apply for mental health. So although I applaud the work of those up in Sacramento trying to change some of those loopholes, this is a case of where he wasn't even charged properly. And now we've learned that the Attorney General's office has lost their bid to overturn the decision. It's just crazy. We got to get to a break. I'll be back on the other side, discuss this and City Council. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Agnew in Washington. Caroline Levitt making a return to the White House today, giving her first press conference after nearly 3 months of maternity leave. And she used that briefing to tout the benefits of those new Trump accounts. Levitt says more than 6.5 million American kids have already been enrolled in the program, something that could yield big dividends down the road. They say that if everybody fully funds those accounts, including the free $1,000 from the government, they grow into hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time a child reaches 18. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has issued disaster declarations in 59 counties across his state. Days of heavy rains there posing a serious risk of flooding, reminiscent of the 4th of July flood last year, when similar flood waters in the Texas Hill Country caused the Guadalupe River to flood over its banks and left close to 30 people dead at a Christian camp. This is SRN News.
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Tech. Headlines from the KERN newsroom.
A woman named Wendy Kyle was stabbed to death back on May 29th, 2001, after she left the Mint Bar in Oildale and her body was set on fire inside her house. And police do not know who did it, even after all these years. But the Kern County Sheriff's Office is pushing again for tips, hoping to rectify that situation and bring the killer in. They have not discussed any possible motive. A robotic dog on the police force. That'll soon be part of the Bakersfield Police complement, with money meant to be used to fight fentanyl, used partly for the purchase, since the dog is equipped with sensors that can detect fentanyl, and that is one of its uses. The mechanical mutt will be used for helping in hostage situations and in situations where it might be dangerous to send people in. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Kern Radio. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
I'm Mary Madeline, owner of Madeline Toyota Lift. For over a decade, Adaptive Networks has been our trusted IT partner. Ryan and his team are responsive, reliable, and always there when we need them. They keep our business running smoothly so we can keep Kern County moving. We count on Adaptive 24/7.
And that's why you need Adaptive Networks. The knowledgeable folks at Adaptive Networks don't just provide simple and stable environments, they also protect your business from cyber threats with advanced security solutions that stop phishing scams, malware, and hackers before they reach you. Their AI-driven threat detection and real-time monitoring ensure that your data stays safe, secure, and always online. So while cyber criminals are working overtime, your business stays one step ahead. Protect your business before it's too late. Call Adaptive Networks today, 241-0638, or visit adaptive-net.com. Better IT means better business.
First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Friday edition of the First Look program, we will talk about my unblemished record in picking World Cup matches despite not knowing or caring anything about human foosball. We got a really bad squatter situation. Bakersfield's talking about becoming a sanctuary city. We'll talk about all of it to the best of our ability. 6 to 9 a.m. News Talk 96.1, AM 1230, KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Download that Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us all the way to the Bay Area if you want to, like I did over the past 2 days. Got to listen to the station through the Kern Radio app. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio, plus streaming live on YouTube. If you head over there right now, just search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you can watch us from the Kern Radio studios or even in the Kern Radio producers booth, as I am today. It's all powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. I'm in the studio I'm in the producer's room. Some people in the YouTube chat were like, hey, it's a new studio. Why are you in there? Because Chris is on vacation. The kid needs a break sometimes. So he took the week off. He is at the coast with his family, and then he'll be back next week, on which I'll be going on vacation, and I'll be going down to the coast with my family. Every year, my dad's side of the family goes down to San Clemente. And I've been making my daughter upset because San Clemente, and she's like, "No, San Clemente, you're Mexican. Come on." And so we've been going down there for the last 2 years ago. We celebrated 40 years of going down there as a family, and my uncles and my dad kind of started it off, and a couple other cousins, and now it's just grown to their kids, and then now our kids, and heck. Do I dare say, yeah, even our kids. Oh my gosh. But actually everybody left today. If anybody's leaving right now and they're listening to me, love you guys. Be safe, safe travels. But a lot of my family's headed down there today, and they'll be there through the following Thursday. We go down there the third Thursday of July every year from Thursday to Thursday. And so we'll join everybody on Sunday because my daughter has her last weekend of performances at the Ovation Theater. She's got performances on Friday night at 6 p.m. And then, wait, nope, that's wrong. Scratch that. Saturday night at 6 p.m. And then again, Friday, or JR tried to tell the audience when his daughter has performances, take two. So my daughter will meet the rest of the family in San Clemente on Sunday because my daughter has her last weekend of performances this weekend. On Saturday, she has a performance at 6 p.m. And then on Sunday, they have a matinee to close out the set of performances at 1 p.m. So if you guys want to check her out, it's at the Ovation Theater. I don't know if there's any tickets left. It was pretty close to being sold out. But if you guys want to come and hang out with me and watch my daughter perform in Ovation, she'll be doing that over the weekend. And then we'll head out on Sunday, meet the family down there. And then on the way back on Thursday, we're going to stop at Disneyland. And it's going to be me and my daughter and my sister and her daughter, which I cannot wait for. We've made it a new tradition during the tradition of going to the beach. We've made it a tradition to where usually on Monday of that week, we'll go out and we'll go to a different theme park. 2 years ago, it was SeaWorld. Last year, it was Legoland. My brother actually came on that one with his son as well. But this year, we're doing Disneyland on the way home, and I'm super excited about that. Plus, my niece and her new boyfriend. Yeah, Chris, or her new boyfriend. You know who I'm talking about. My niece and her new boyfriend are also going to come and join us as well. So it's going to be a great time. I'll be off all next week, but we will have guest hosts. The show will not be best of. It won't go dark. I'll have some guest hosts. I got Kathy Abernathy lined up for one. I got Clayton Campbell lined up and a special surprise guest host for you guys as well. More info on that tomorrow because it's Friday already. I kept saying yesterday, man, this is a great weekend. My daughter kept looking at me. I was like, what? She's like, it's not the weekend, Dad. Felt like the weekend. I'm sorry. And even I said it twice on the way home yesterday. This is a really great weekend. She's like, Dad, it's not the weekend. Oh, yeah. It felt like it. I needed it. But it was just a great time. And so this weekend, though, it's already going to be Friday, but I'll get you more info on next week as I get those finished and confirmed. Finish up on that Zack Scrivner. Yeah, for me, and the appeals court apparently denied the Attorney General's office was trying to get the mental health diversion overturned. The grant, the judge's
approval of it overturned. And I think they were more focused on the owning of the weapons, because the things that he was charged with is the possession of the AK-47 and the AR-15, and it was an illegal possession because he never got those things registered. And what the Attorney General's office was trying to argue was that his mental health didn't play a role in those charges, meaning it wasn't because of his mental health that he didn't go and register these weapons, so they shouldn't apply to at least those charges. And he should have to pay the penalty for those charges at least. And the Fifth Circuit, the Sixth Circuit, the Fifth District Court of Appeals ruled an issue Thursday morning denying that. And they also held a compliance hearing for the mental health diversion, in which he is in compliance with, because of course it's only from news reports and court documents. So don't sue me, HA. It's twice a week. He's seeing somebody twice a week, which was what he was doing already to begin with. And so, of course, he's in compliance with it. And HA was outside of the courthouse afterwards saying, hey, this is it. For all intents and purposes, this is the final decision now. We don't want to hear it anymore. The courts have spoken. And after this is done, these charges will go away, never sealed, and he'll never have to do anything, never register as a sex offender, never see one day in jail because he wasn't arrested that evening or subsequently afterwards. Nothing. Just gets to walk away scot-free. And it's crazy. And again, thankful for the work that Shannon Grove and even Jasmine Baines and even I can't remember the other Democrat that was trying to change the loopholes. Great work. Yes, we need that. We need more barriers in place about who can apply for mental health diversion, because there are those that are sick that really need the help. And we talked about it last week, where what's the difference between being found incompetent to stand trial and then return to competency and then being able to face those charges? Why isn't that the same with mental health diversion? Once we get you back on the straight and narrow, wheel your butt right back into court and face these charges. I don't understand that, because there are crazy people out there that really do need the help. And so I'm grateful for those work and those loopholes being closed. But this was the Attorney General's fault. The fact that they even went back to the appeals court and said, hey, can we get this overturned? The appeals court should have said, no, you big dummy. What you should have done in the first place was charged him correctly. You should have charged him with the sex crime. Why didn't you? I don't know. Does that have to do with grandma, Kern High School District Board member, telling her grandkids not to talk to the police, not to talk to sheriff's investigators? And so the investigation has been hindered, and maybe some people don't want to have to testify and do all that. And that's why they didn't charge him properly. Again, that's my issue with it, is the loopholes would have been great, but had he been charged with the sexual crime, he would have never been able to apply for mental health diversion. Those loopholes would have never applied to this case. And so it's more of the Attorney General's fault than the law or the loopholes. Had they just did what they were supposed to do in charging him. Sala argued that he was eligible even on the gun counts because there were statements, in particular from Scrivner's former spouse, that he was addicted to alcohol during the time the guns, which he bought legally, were supposed to be registered. And that is what the Court of Appeals agreed with. Zack Scrivner will be back in court for his next compliance hearing in September. So he gets 2 months before he's got to come back to court. That's that whole case, just the whole stinking case. Just makes me upset and sad at the same time. Just how it even just if you guys want to chime in, you can do so. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. We're going to take a quick break, and then on the other side, I'll come back and talk about last night's city council meeting. They talked about becoming a sanctuary city, to which I say, really? That's what we're discussing at meetings? This doesn't even matter. Like, seriously. You can pass whatever ordinance, you can call this whatever you want. It doesn't have any weight. It doesn't mean that ICE can't come into Bakersfield. Even the people putting it forward acknowledge that. So then what is this then? Why are we doing this? There's bigger things to worry about, like, I don't know, an arsonist. I'll explain after the break. Again, if you guys want to chime in at any time, feel free to do so. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. You can text, you can call. I'll try to call, or if you do call, I'll try to answer during the break. You can also jump in the chat on YouTube as well, because we are live over there, at least for the next segment. Then I got to go handle some business, and then I'll be back, help run the Ralph Bailey Show, and then I'll be live all day tomorrow, and then on vacation again next week. Oh, I can't wait. Get to some cooler weather, 70 degrees. The Bay wasn't that warm. It was warm for the Bay. It was in the 80s, I think, low 80s, but it felt good when we were down on Fisherman's Wharf. My daughter was like, man, I think I need a sweater. Yeah, it's a little it was windy and chilly and felt good. Fresh air. Come back on the other side. I'll talk about that city council meeting. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
You know, at first, I thought it was overcharging the guy that tore a piece out of the reflecting pool. But then Eli Honig, a former federal prosecutor on CNN, pointed out, what if somebody damaged the Vietnam Memorial? No, I think they should go after this guy. They are absolutely right to put felony charges against this idiot dipping in.
I'm doing my own show right now.
The Ralph Bailey Show.
I'm not live
News
right now.
Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Hey, this is Terry Maxwell. You know, one thing I've never enjoyed is painting. It takes time, patience, and real skill to do it right. That's why when it comes to painting my home or business, I trust the professionals at Howling Painting. Howling Painting is family owned and operated here in Kern County, and has proudly served our community
it's not because he doesn't want
They
to.
were even voted Best of Bakersfield, Best Painting Company in 2025 and 2020. Whether it's residential or commercial,
I gave him the password and he still
Howling
screwed it
Painting
up.
delivers top quality work.
He can't even sign into it. It ain't because you don't want to. It's because you
and
can't.
results
You're
that
70
exceed
years old,
expectations. And they don't
You can't
consider
learn
the job
things anymore.
finished
It's okay.
until you're completely satisfied. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, so you can feel confident your property is in good hands from start to the finish. Get a free, no obligation consultation today at Howling Painting. That's HALLING.com, or call 872-0988. Howling Painting, quality work you can trust.
I'm here with Dr. Tarkesh from Affordable Dentures and Implants.
What are you voice
Doc,
over there?
people often think dental implants are a one-size-fits-all solution. How is Affordable Dentures and Implants different?
That's a great question. You know, every patient is unique. Each person has their own specific needs. So we create a personalized treatment plan designed just for them.
Wow. And what makes your process stand apart from the other places?
Well, we offer advanced digital dentistry, which let us design and create custom solutions. And with our on-site lab, we can offer same-day teeth for many patients. No waiting for weeks for your new smile.
Same-day teeth? Now that's impressive.
Get the smile you've always wanted without anxiety at Affordable Dentures and Implants. Dr. Nozar Tarkesh, who specializes in implants with IV sedation. Visit them online at affordabledentures.com. Affordable Dentures and Implants. That's what we do.
Go ahead and smile.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. Trade every match from the opening rounds all the way to the final. Last week, Belgium was trading at 2.5% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade could pay out $3,744 if they win soccer's biggest prize. Want to know where they're at today? Check Kalshi. For limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code PITCH to get a $10 credit when you trade $10. That's promo code PITCH. Kalshi, trade on anything. 18 plus only, must be present in state where it is legal to trade. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prizes, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. $10 free credit with no expiration. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
KernRadio.com. Little Force Frank, that's the concert I went to. All the kids were jumping around. Heck, I was even jumping around. I didn't care. I was jumping around too. It was a great time. I want to thank Daisy for filling in, helping us out around here in the Kern Radio studios as Chris was on vacation and myself took off a couple days just to go up to the Bay. Thank you, Daisy, for filling in and doing Terry's show and Ralph's show while we were gone. I know those aren't easy. Trust us. Chris and I both know, Daisy, those aren't easy. So we applaud you and thank you for doing that for us. We both owe you a lunch, so we'll take you out to Luigi's or maybe Casey's Steakhouse on us, Daisy. How about that? So I hope you guys were nice to Daisy. The city council meeting went on last night, and the big discussion that I guess everybody is talking about today and we'll be discussing is how there was a push by the Kern County Young Democrats to make Bakersfield a sanctuary city. And it's not the first time that they've done this or tried this. And it just kind of was like, okay, yeah, we'll get on that. And nothing ever happened. And again, that's last night they came and they had people speak and they did all these things. And then, of course, the most liberal of the group, you had Manpreet Kaur, the vice mayor. You had Andre Gonzalez, who wants to be an assemblyman, and even Eric Arias make comments about how this is a big deal and da. But then they even acknowledge that this doesn't really do anything. It doesn't make it any different. It tells the police, hey, you can't work with ICE. Well, they don't. Donnie, correct me if I'm wrong, Sheriff, but because the sheriff doesn't get to work with ICE either because there's like state laws that prevent it. So what does this do besides make the elected officials and people that want to be in higher offices feel good about making a statement? Oh, we're going to send this to the committee. We'll send this to the legislation and litigation committee. And then we'll draw up the ordinance that this is now a sanctuary city. Okay. ICE can still come because, as I believe it was the wannabe assemblyman Andre Gonzalez said, the feds still have the rights. This doesn't supersede federal law. So what are we doing? Why are we discussing this? Why does it matter? Again, just to make people feel good? I don't understand. We have so many other issues going on right here in our community. Right here in our community. And we have an arsonist running through our town. You don't believe me? There was another restaurant. Where's it at? La Mariscos, Las Islatas. Sorry, my Espanol isn't so well, even for someone with the last name Flores. That's why I don't even care. Ask me about ICE and immigration. I'm a Hispanic. Nobody's asking me if, JR, do you feel hunted out there? Not by ICE. Tell you that much. Not by ICE. The homeless people, I feel hunted by them every time I stop somewhere. Got any change? Change? Now, if we can make an ordinance for that, oh, yeah, there's one in place there, too. Guess what? It didn't change anything. We can put all the ordinances on the books we want if we ain't going to enforce them. And this sanctuary city one ain't even enforceable. It doesn't mean anything. Meanwhile, we have an arsonist running around. Another restaurant posted a video on their social media how somebody threw in and according to the KBAK, threw in 6 Molotov cocktails, 6 into the building. In the video, all you see is this stack of high chairs gets knocked over through the window and somebody throws in something on fire. Well, that was a Molotov cocktail, and apparently there was 5 more that followed it. Thankfully, somebody, I don't know if they monitor it, the alarm went off or something, but somebody showed up and put it out before it got crazy. This following the Luigi's fire from last weekend, where some guy that's known to frequent the area around the Mission, God forbid we say it's a homeless person and get attacked by the Democrats in this community. No, how about it's a criminal? How about we just start there? I don't even need to know his living status. That's for the investigators to figure out how to go and find him. How about I just know he's a criminal? Tried to set Luigi's on fire, and then now there's another story about a tree downtown, huge. And if you've ever been through downtown 21st Street and all those, how those huge 60-year-old, 70-year-old, 80-year-old trees, 100-year-old trees overhang the streets, it's just beautiful. Well, a 65-year-old tree right there on the northeast corner of 21st and E. What happened? Somebody tried to set it on fire. And now the tree is damaged, dead, and an arbiter, that's a tree expert, came out and said, nope, the tree's got to go. Now the tree's got to be torn down. 65-foot tree. It's been there for God knows how, 120-year-old oak. It's on private property, so of course the city showed up, and what'd they do? Hey, you got a 48-hour notice to get this tree out of here. Oh, thanks, guys. How about you clean up the streets, and we wouldn't have this problem? It's insane. The things that we will discuss at a meeting that hold no relevancy, that hold no weight, but yet we have issues that affect our residents daily that are just, again, we just got used to it. I can go up to Oakland and be like, it's not even that bad up here. Hell, Baker Street, I think, is worse than this now. The heck? But that's what we're choosing to discuss. We have an arsonist running around trying to burn down businesses, trees. How many of us have watched all the fires on the freeways or in fields getting started by somebody walking around just starting fires? I thought Andre was on top of it. I thought our favorite city councilman, I thought wannabe assemblyman Andre Gonzalez had figured it out. That's what he told us during the debate. I got it figured out, you guys. We're going to hire arson investigators, and we're not going to have any more problems. Thanks, Andre. Now you're worried about ICE and immigration and making some propped up, weightless, meaning nothing ordinance that they're going to have to waste time. Now we got to go to litigation and the legislative committee. And now the city attorney's got to draw something up, and at the next meeting they got to vote on it because not everybody, it's crazy. What does it matter? It's not going to hold any weight. It's a show. Do something that matters. Like hire, what did they do last night? They purchased a robot dog to help with fentanyl cases. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I got to get to a break. On the other side, I got to go take care of some things. I got to go and drop my daughter off somewhere. I got a meeting, and then I got to get some stuff done around here because I've been out the last couple of days. So you guys are going to hear some best of, some stuff from the Money Wise guys that's actually pretty pertinent, and then we'll hear some another interview as well. But you guys stick around for that, and then stick around coming up after that, the Ralph Bailey Show. It's a Thursday. That means Mike Turnipseed's going to stop by. That means Daniel Petrie will stop by. Heck, I'll even be there while Chris is still out on vacation. And then I'll be back again tomorrow for the whole show, I promise. Got a good one lined up for you guys. Thanks for hanging out. This has been the JR Show. Lily, I'm coming home, and Dad loves you.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN, 96.1 FM, K241CI, Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Severe flooding has hit the state of Texas.
Dozens of people have been rescued in Texas after days of pounding rain and devastating flooding in a region still recovering from deadly floods just a year ago. Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
I've already issued a disaster declaration for 59 counties across the state.
Uvalde business owner Cameron Sanford.
There was very little warning. We knew a flood was coming, but we didn't know it was going to be to this magnitude.
Resident Bailey Luckman.
We're being told to evacuate. It's not mandated, but it's recommended.
The Weather Service says there's been 10 to 20 inches of rain in the past 2 days, 8 of which fell in just 2 hours early this morning. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
Smoke is the problem in the mid-Atlantic and Northeast as a result of wildfires in Canada. In an interview with CTV, Howard Shapiro with Toronto Public Health says the smoke from Canadian wildfires can present a health hazard.
This is kind of like the earth smoking